Hey, it's Tina Forsyth here. How much money should you be spending on your team? What should be your budget to hire a team? This is a question that I'm asked all the time. And of course, it's a very legitimate question. It's actually a very, very important question if you're a growing business. And I want to give you some concrete answers today. This is a question I've been asked for years. And quite honestly, up until about a year ago, I didn't really know the answer. I wasn't really sure how to answer that for people. It was a little bit of, well, it depends and all of that kind of stuff, which of course is just annoying when you hear that, when you get the it depends question, right? But when I read Profit First last year, woohoo, this book I love for many reasons, that was one of the reasons that I really love this book, because on page 48 of the book, which you might be able to see here, it gives you the answer as to how much money you should be spending on your operations, you should be spending on your team, operations including your team, so that you actually know what the right number is for you and your business. I'll tell you here with this video, actually below there will be a link for you to get a free copy of I can give you some sample chapters of Profit First, given that I'm certified to teach Profit First. So you can get this information as we talk through it here today. Of course, you may want to grab that PDF so you can see the real numbers here. But what I love about this formula is, what I love about what he teaches, Mike Michalowicz, who wrote the book, what I love about what he teaches in the book is it gives you concrete numbers for how much you should be spending on your operations based on how much money you're making right now. And now, of course, the whole book is about taking profit first. We're not getting into that piece here today, but it's something I definitely take a stand on. You need to be paid well. Your business needs to make a profit, et cetera, et cetera. And at the same time, though, team is a very real issue. I think for a lot of the business owners I work with, they just don't know. Am I spending too much? Am I not spending enough? How do I know? How do I know what the right answer is? So let me tell you, if you are in the range of making up to $250,000 a year, then what you want to do based on these allocations here is you want to allocate 30% of your income to operating expenses. So of that 30%, of course, not all of it is team, but for the most part, about half to 2/3 of that would usually be team for you. So let's say you're making $100,000 a year. I've got to grab my calculator, of course, to calculate these. That's roughly $8,000 a month. And if you were to take, say, 20% of your income, so 20% for team, 10% for other operating expenses, that means that you would have a budget each month of up to $1,600 to spend on your team. Now note, I'm saying up to $1,600. Your business is growing. Your business is expanding. Let's say you're making $25,000 a month. That's going to put you in another category here on this particular table, the target allocation percentages here. That bumps you up to the next level there, which means you have 40% available to you for your operating expenses. As your business grows and expands, you're going to need to have more money to run it. Basically, that's what fundamentally is going to happen. So at every stage of growth, you're going to need more money to allocate to your operating expenses. Let's say you want to allocate half of that to your team, to the people who are going to help you run your business. $25,000 a month, 20%, that means $5,000. I would say anywhere from $5,000 to $7,500 a month is what you would have allocated available to you for your team to help you run your business, and so on and so on. The percentages go up as you continue to make money. Again, you can grab that information here in that PDF so you can see what category you fall into. But here's what I want you to note is that I tend to run into two kinds of people when they're struggling in this area. Number one is I run into the people who are not spending enough money on their team, and dare I say in some cases actually being quite cheap with their team. Now, believe me, you don't need to blow all your money. We'll talk about that in a moment. But if you want to run the business and not have it all be on your shoulders, if you're tired of being the one who has to do everything and learn everything and you're working 24/7 and all of that kind of stuff, you have to have people help you out. You have to have people help you out. This applies in the earlier stages, even just with some basic administrative techie help, through to continuing to grow, to getting an online business manager and other higher levels of support, marketing support, and so on, as you continue to grow your business. There's no such thing as doing it all on your own. And if you try to do it all on your own, I guarantee at some point it's not going to be any fun. The other side of the pendulum swinging the other way, is when people spend way too much money on their team. And way too much money, kind of from that place of, I need to hire people and they're going to do this and they're going to do that and they're going to do everything for me. And woohoo! And in that case, if you spend way too much money on your team, chances are you're not going to be profitable. Chances are you may not even be able to pay yourself at the end of the day, or the month or the year. And believe me, I know of those situations. They can be very, very real. So you want to find that number that works for you. You want to be real with where you're at revenue-wise and looking and knowing and understanding your percentage based on your current revenue so that you have your team budget. And then within that, you know that you're making a decision from a real place, a confident place. You don't have to question and wonder and guess, because that can be draining. You may have a great team right now, but if there's any part of you wondering, well, am I spending too much? Am I not spending enough? What's going on here? It becomes this drain. It becomes this inner drain. And believe me, I get it. I get it. I've been there myself. So go ahead and grab a copy of this book. Again, because I'm certified, I'm licensed to teach Profit First. I can give you guys a free PDF copy of the book. It's actually the first 5 chapters of the book. But within that chapter, I think this is chapter 3. I could be wrong, but it's page 44. Yeah, chapter 3. And then page 44 in the book, in that PDF, is the one that has the chart that we're talking about here. And if you have questions or comments, or you want to work further, there's an option for us to look at doing a Profit First session together. That's something we love to do. Just go ahead and grab the PDF here with the video, above, below, around, wherever it's going to be. You can grab that PDF for free. And happy hiring. Happy support. Let's get the right team, the right people in place to really help you continue to grow and expand. So you get the profit and the freedom that you want at the same time. All right, it's Tina Forsyth. Until next time, take care. Bye now.